My parents laughed when I said I'd start a business. Now they ask me for a job. They say success is the best revenge, but I disagree. Success that you build from absolute rock bottom, with everyone you love telling you you're insane, is something far more powerful than revenge. It's vindication. When I told my parents I was dropping out of my university engineering program to start a tech business, they didn't just express concern or offer advice. They laughed. My father literally burst into laughter, my mother shook her head in disappointment, and my older sister pulled out her phone to film what she called my future failure announcement. That dinner changed everything. They cut me off financially, forced me to move into a windowless storage room, watched me struggle and suffer and barely survive, and never once offered support. But here's what they didn't know: while they were laughing at my imaginary company, I was building something real. This is the story of how family mockery became my motivation, how a viral video changed my trajectory, how a major corporation tried to steal my invention, and how the parents who told me to give up eventually showed up at my office asking if I had any job openings for them. They laughed when I said I'd start a business. They're not laughing anymore. Hey everyone! Before we dive into today's story, let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. Drop your city or country. We love connecting with our global community. If you're enjoying our content, please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss our amazing stories. Share this with friends who are building their dreams. Now, let's get into Ethan's incredible journey. I'm sitting at my family's dining table during Sunday dinner, my engineering textbook still in my backpack from campus, trying to find the right moment to share the news that's been consuming me for weeks. So, Ethan, how's university? My mother asks, passing the potatoes. Still maintaining that 3.8 GPA? About that. I set down my fork, my hands shaking slightly. I've been thinking a lot about my future, and I've made a decision. My father looks up from his plate, interested. Finally choosing a specialization? I still think structural engineering is the. I'm dropping out, I interrupt before I lose my nerve. I'm leaving the program to start my own business. The table goes silent. My sister Elena stops mid-bite, staring at me. Then my father bursts into laughter. Not a chuckle, a full, mocking laugh that echoes through the dining room. A business? He's practically doubled over. You're 20 years old with no experience, no capital, no connections, and you want to start a business? I have an idea for a smart scheduling device that. An idea? My mother shakes her head, setting down her wine glass. Ethan, ideas are worthless without execution. And execution requires resources you don't have. Which is why I'm dedicating myself fully to. Elena pulls out her phone and points it at me, recording. Say it again for the camera. This is too good. Future failure announcement. My face burns with humiliation and anger. Can you put that away? No way. This is gold. When you come crawling back to finish your degree, we'll all remember this moment. She's grinning, enjoying my embarrassment. Ethan, be realistic, my father says, his laughter fading into disappointment. You're throwing away a guaranteed career for a fantasy. Engineering degrees lead to real jobs, real money, real stability. I don't want someone else's stability. I want to build something of my own. Then you're a fool, my mother says flatly. And we won't support foolishness. I stand up, too angry to sit anymore. I don't need your support. I'll do this myself. I grab my backpack and walk out of their house while Elena's phone camera follows me to the door. The next morning, my father calls me to their house for a serious conversation. I arrive to find both parents sitting on the couch, arms crossed, united front. We've discussed your announcement, my father begins. And we need to set some boundaries. Okay. If you insist on pursuing this nonsense, we will no longer financially support you. No more rent money for your apartment. No more food stipend. No more car insurance. Nothing. The words hit like physical blows. You're cutting me off? We're letting you experience the real world, my mother clarifies. Since you seem to think you can build a business from nothing, prove it. Figure out how to survive with your imaginary company. This isn't an imaginary. You have until the end of the month to move out of the apartment we're paying for, my father interrupts. After that, you're on your own. Maybe struggling will help you see reason and return to school. I look between them, searching for any sign of flexibility or support. There's none. Just cold certainty that I'm making a mistake. Fine, I say quietly. I'll be out by next week. My mother sighs. This is your choice, Ethan. Remember that when reality hits. I find a place I can afford, a windowless storage room behind Dowry's Auto Repair. It's 10 feet by 12 feet, smells like motor oil, and has a single exposed bulb for lighting. The mechanic, an older man named Mr. Dowry, shows me the space apologetically. It's not much, he admits. Used to store parts. But it's yours for $300 a month if you want it. I'll take it. He studies me carefully. You running from something? Running towards something. Starting a business. Ah. He nods slowly. Dreams are heavy things, kid. The world tests you first, see if you're serious. You serious? Yes, sir. Then welcome. Bathrooms through the shop. Don't make too much noise after 9 p.m. I move in that afternoon with a broken desk I found on the curb, a sleeping bag, and my laptop. That first night, lying on concrete floor in a sleeping bag, I wonder if my parents are right. Then I open my laptop and get back to work on my prototype. My device, a smart scheduling system that syncs across all platforms and uses AI to optimize time management, exists only as sketches and basic code. I spend 2 weeks building my first physical prototype using parts one bought with money from selling my textbooks. The moment of truth arrives on a Saturday afternoon. I power it on, holding my breath. The screen flickers. Initializes. Shows the interface. Then smoke starts pouring from the circuit board. No, I frantically unplug it, but the damage is done. The components have overheated and short-circuited. Hours of work and $200 in parts destroyed. My phone buzzes. A voice message from Elena. Hey little bro, just checking in. Still building your toy? Or have you realized you're wasting your life yet? I delete the message and stare at my smoking prototype. Then I start taking it apart to figure out what went wrong. To afford new materials, I take a night shift job at Ruby's Diner, a 24-hour restaurant near the highway. The work is humiliating, serving drunk customers at 2 a.m., cleaning tables, taking orders from people who treat me like I'm invisible. But it pays. Barely. 3 weeks into the job, my parents walk into the diner for a late dinner after some event. I freeze when I see them. Try to hide in the kitchen. But my manager sends me to their table. Evening, folks. What can I get? I start, then stop when I see my father's face. His smirk is worse than his laughter ever was. Well. CEO of his own company, everyone, he announces loud enough for other customers to hear. Running his empire from Ruby's Diner. My mother looks at me with something like pity. Ethan, this is exactly what we warned you about. Please, come home. We'll help you re-enroll. I'm fine, I say through gritted teeth. You're a waiter at a highway diner, my father says. You're the opposite of fine. Other customers are staring now. I feel every eye in the restaurant on me. Your order? I ask, pulling out my notepad. They order. I take it to the kitchen on shaking legs. When I bring their food, my father leaves a $1 tip on a $40 meal. The message is clear: this is what you're worth. One of my regular customers is a woman in her 40s named Maya Trent. She comes in every Tuesday and Thursday night, always orders the same thing, always tips well, always treats me with basic human kindness. One Tuesday, she notices me sketching circuit diagrams on napkins during my break. "What are you working on?" she asks. I'm embarrassed to explain, but something about her genuine curiosity makes me open up. I show her my designs. Explain the smart scheduling concept. Describe the prototype failure. She listens carefully, asking technical questions that reveal she actually understands what I'm talking about. "I'm an electrical engineer," she finally says. 20 years at Quantum Systems before I semi-retired. "Your design has potential, but your power distribution is all wrong. That's why it overheated. Would you be willing to look at my work? I can't afford to pay you, but I don't need payment. I miss working on interesting problems. Bring your stuff to my place Saturday morning." For the first time in months, I feel something like hope. With Maya's guidance, I rebuild the prototype with proper components and corrected circuits. On the day we test it, I'm so nervous I can barely breathe. Maya powers it on. The screen lights up. The interface loads smoothly. No smoke. No sparks. It works. It actually works. I jump around the storage room, celebrating like I just won the lottery. Maya smiles but then gets serious. "This is good, Ethan. Really good. But a working prototype is just step one. Now you need funding. That's the real battle." My celebration deflates slightly. How do I get funding? Investors. Venture capital. Angel investors. But I'll warn you, they're going to be brutal, especially to a 20-year-old dropout with no business experience. I can handle brutal. We'll see. Over the next month, I pitch to every investor who will give me 5 minutes. The rejections come fast and cruel. Come back when you have real backing. This is student-level stuff. Not investment grade. You're too young, too inexperienced, and frankly, too naive about how this industry works. Each meeting leaves me more discouraged than the last. The worst comes from a prominent angel investor named Richard Cross. He doesn't just reject me, he laughs at my pitch. "Kid, you know how many smart kids with prototypes I see every week? Hundreds. You know how many actually succeed? Maybe 1%. What makes you think you're special? I'm willing to work harder then. Everyone says that. Come back when you have customers, revenue, something real." I leave his office feeling like the smallest person in the world. Against my better judgment, I visit my parents, hoping for emotional support if not financial help. They let me in, and for a moment, I think maybe they've softened. "How's the business?" my mother asks. I explain the working prototype, the investor rejections, the struggle to get funding. My father's response: laughter. Again. "So you spent months to build a toy that no serious investor wants to touch?" He shakes his head. "Ethan, just give up. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing us. The technology is sound. I just need." "You need to face reality," my mother interrupts. "This venture has failed. Time to cut your losses and return to school before you've wasted too much time." Elena looks up from her phone. I give it 2 more months before he's back begging to move home. I stand up without another word and walk out. I don't say goodbye. Don't argue. Don't defend myself. I'm done trying to make them understand. That night, frustrated and angry, I record a simple demo video of my device in action. It's nothing fancy. Just my phone camera showing the interface, demonstrating how the AI optimizes schedules, how it syncs across platforms, how it learns user preferences. I post it to YouTube and a few tech forums with a basic description, then go to sleep thinking nothing will come of it. I wake up to my phone vibrating non-stop. The video has 200,000 views. Comments flood in. Where can I buy this? This is exactly what I need. Take my money now. Is this real? When does it launch? I sit in my storage room, staring at my phone in disbelief, as the view count climbs higher every time I refresh. Within 48 hours, I have 3,000 pre-order requests. I have no inventory. No manufacturing setup. No business infrastructure. Just a working prototype and thousands of people wanting to buy something that doesn't exist yet. I call Maya in a panic. I don't know what to do. I can't fulfill these orders. I can't even make 1 unit, let alone 3,000. Then you need to scale up fast. You need a manufacturer, a team, and capital. I have none of those things. Then get creative. Use the pre-order money to fund initial production. Find a contract manufacturer. Build a minimal team. This is your chance, Ethan. Don't waste it. She helps me develop a production plan. We calculate costs, timeline, logistics. The numbers are terrifying. But possible. I just need to execute perfectly with zero margin for error. Loving the story so far? Drop a comment with your location. Are you watching from Dubai, Sao Paulo, Vancouver, or somewhere else? We read every single one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you're rooting for Ethan, and share this with someone who's building their dreams against all odds. Turn on notifications so you never miss these incredible stories. Now, back to the action. An unexpected message arrives from Tommy Chen, my childhood best friend who I haven't talked to in 2 years. Saw your video. That's amazing, man. I know we haven't talked in a while, but I want to support the mission. Let me help. I'm skeptical. Tommy was one of the people who mocked my business dream when I first mentioned it, but I'm also desperate for help. We meet for coffee. He seems genuinely excited about the project. I work in manufacturing supply chain now, he explains. I know a small electronics manufacturer in the industrial district. Good quality, fair prices. Want me to introduce you? Why are you helping me? He looks ashamed. Because I was a jerk when you first talked about this. I didn't believe in you. I want to make that right. Okay. Set up the meeting. The manufacturer, a no-nonsense woman named Lily Park, reviews my specifications carefully. I can do this, she finally says. 3,000 units, delivered in 8 weeks. But I need 50% upfront. I do the math in my head. That's almost all my pre-order money. If anything goes wrong with production, I'm bankrupt, I say slowly. Then don't let anything go wrong. She slides the contract across the table. I've been in this business 20 years. Your design is solid. But you're taking a risk either way, do nothing and lose momentum, or commit and potentially fail. Your choice. I think about my parents' laughter. My sister's mocking video. Every investor who dismissed me. I signed the contract. While I'm grinding away on production logistics, Elena posts a TikTok that goes viral. It's a montage titled, My Brother's Business Journey with sarcastic captions. Clip of me at family dinner announcing my plan, the announcement. Screenshot of my storage room, the office. A photo someone took of me working at Ruby's Diner, the CEO life. My first prototype smoking, the product. The video hits 1 million views in 2 days. Comments mock me relentlessly. My face burns reading them. But then something unexpected happens. Supportive comments start appearing. At least he's trying. What have you done? Everyone starts somewhere. Stop mocking ambition. This is cruel. He's working harder than most people ever will. Following him now just to watch him succeed and prove you wrong. My video's views spike again. Pre-orders increase. Elena's attempt to humiliate me accidentally gave me more exposure. 6 weeks later, the manufacturer calls. We have a problem. My stomach drops. What kind of problem? Quality control caught a defect in the circuit assembly. About 40% of the first batch has the same issue: screens flickering, random shutdowns. We can't ship these. Can you fix it? We can remanufacture, but it'll cost extra and delay shipment by 3 weeks. I sit down, feeling sick. Customers are expecting their orders. I've already spent the money on production. If I delay, some will demand refunds I can't afford to give. If I ship defective products, I destroy my brand before it starts. Maya finds me staring at my laptop in despair. What happened? I explain everything. So what are you going to do? She asks. I don't know. Yes, you do. You're going to fight. You're going to find a solution. That's what entrepreneurs do. I record a video addressed to my customers. I'm exhausted, unshaven, wearing the same hoodie I've worn for 3 days. But I'm honest. There's been a manufacturing issue, I explain to the camera. I promised you a product in 8 weeks. I can't deliver that. The first batch has defects I won't ship. I'm remanufacturing everything properly, which means a 3-week delay. If you want a refund, I understand completely. But if you can wait, I promise you'll receive a quality product worth the wait. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I post the video expecting anger, cancellations, demands for refunds. Instead, the response is overwhelming support. Honesty like this is rare. I'll wait. Taking accountability instead of making excuses. You earned my loyalty. This is how you build trust. We're with you. Pre-orders don't just stay stable, they double. People share my transparency video. News outlets pick it up as an example of ethical entrepreneurship. My honesty becomes my brand. 3 weeks later, I'm preparing to ship the corrected units when Maya sends me a link. You need to see this. It's a product announcement from Tech Giant Corporation, a major player in smart devices. They're releasing a scheduling system that looks suspiciously identical to mine. They stole my design, I say, staring at the specs. They watched my viral video and reverse engineered everything. Can you prove that? No. I have my prototypes, my code, but they have an army of lawyers who will claim independent development. Social media notices the similarities. People accuse me of copying Tech Giant. They're a billion-dollar company. You're a kid in a storage room. Obviously, you copied them, one comment reads. I'm about to give up when I receive an anonymous email. I work at Tech Giant. They absolutely stole your design. Attached are internal documents proving it. Use them carefully. The attached files are explosive. Internal memos from Tech Giant's product team explicitly referencing my viral video, engineering notes reverse engineering my public specs, timeline documents showing they rushed development after my video went viral. It's proof. Clear, undeniable proof of theft. But I can't afford lawyers to take on a billion-dollar corporation. Maya makes a call. I know someone who might help. The next day, I meet Mr. Dari's niece, Serena Kim, a corporate litigation attorney who specializes in intellectual property cases. She reviews the documents carefully. This is solid. Really solid. I can take this case. I can't afford. Pro bono. I hate corporations that steal from small innovators. Plus, my uncle says you're a good kid who works hard. That's enough for me. The lawsuit makes headlines. Startup founder sues tech giant for design theft. Tech giant's PR team dismisses the case as frivolous. Their lawyers file motions to dismiss. But Serena is brilliant. She navigates every procedural obstacle, building an airtight case. The courtroom hearing is intimidating. Tech giant brings 6 lawyers in expensive suits. Our side, me, Serena, and a stack of evidence. Their lead counsel smugly presents fake development timelines showing they started work before my video. Then Serena stands up. Your Honor, opposing counsel has provided fabricated timelines. I have timestamped files extracted from their own servers, legally obtained through discovery, showing the actual development began 2 weeks after Mr. Vale's video went viral. She displays the metadata on screens for the whole courtroom. Tech giant's lawyers scramble. The judge's expression darkens. This evidence appears doctored, the judge says, looking at tech giant's team. I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff. Damages and injunction to be determined in settlement negotiations. The courtroom erupts. The settlement is confidential, but it's substantial enough to fund my company's growth for years. Tech giant's product gets pulled from shelves pending redesign. Media coverage is massive. My story goes national. David vs. Goliath, startup founder defeats tech giant. 20-year-old dropout wins against billion-dollar corporation. Orders explode. Investors who rejected me now beg for meetings. I hire a small team, 5 people including Tommy and Maya. We rent proper office space. The storage room behind the auto shop becomes a memory. I'm in my new office reviewing expansion plans when reception calls. Ethan, there are 2 people here to see you. They say they're your parents. My stomach tightens. Send them in. My parents walk into my office looking around with forced smiles. This is impressive, my father says. Really impressive. We saw the news about the lawsuit, my mother adds. We're so proud of you. I wait, saying nothing. We wanted to come by and congratulate you in person, my father continues. And actually, your mother and I have been talking. We're both between opportunities right now, and we thought, maybe there's a place for us at your company? Your mother has administrative experience, I have management background. You want jobs? I say flatly. We want to be part of your success, my mother corrects. We're family. This could be a family business. I open my laptop and pull up files I've kept for months. Let me show you something, I say, turning my screen toward them. I play the video Elena took at that first dinner, my father's mocking laughter, my mother's dismissal, the humiliation on my face. Then I play the voicemail from my mother, just give up. You're embarrassing yourself. Then screenshots of texts from my father, stop this nonsense and go back to school before you ruin your life. Their faces go pale. You didn't believe in me, I say calmly. You cut me off. You mocked me. You watched me struggle and did nothing. You told me to quit every chance you got. Ethan, we were concerned parents, my mother starts. No. Concerned parents support their kids while expressing reservations. You humiliated me. Publicly. Repeatedly. You wanted me to fail to prove yourselves right. My father tries a different approach. We made mistakes. We're trying to make it right now. By asking for jobs? By wanting to profit from the success you tried to prevent? We're family, my mother says desperately. Doesn't that count for something? Family should support each other before the success, not after, I say firmly. You don't get to show up now and claim you always believed. I have the receipts proving you didn't. So what are you saying? My father asks, anger creeping into his voice. I'm saying I forgive you. I don't hate you. But I won't hire you. Support isn't something you earn after someone succeeds. It's something you give when they're struggling, when they're scared, when they have nothing but a dream. You gave me nothing but doubt. This is how you treat your parents? My mother's voice rises. After everything Everything you what? Cut me off? Mocked me? Tried to break me? Let me show you what you taught me. I pull up financial records showing how I've helped fund scholarships for struggling entrepreneurs through a nonprofit I started. I learned what not to do from you. How not to treat people chasing their dreams. So thank you for that lesson, I guess. My father stands up, furious. You're ungrateful. We raised you. You raised me, yes. And now I'm an adult making my own decisions. Including the decision not to hire you. You can show yourselves out. They leave, my mother crying, my father seething. When the door closes, I feel lighter than I have in years. 3 months later, I'm invited to speak at a startup conference. My parents attend, sitting in the back row. I notice them, but I don't acknowledge them. I tell my story honestly, the mockery, the struggle, the storage room, the viral moment, the lawsuit, the success. The hardest part wasn't the manufacturing problems or the legal battle, I tell the crowd. It was doing it without support from the people I loved most. But that forced me to build strength I didn't know I had. It taught me that belief in yourself is more valuable than anyone else's belief in you. The audience gives a standing ovation. Afterward, people line up to shake my hand, ask questions, share their own stories. My parents approach. My mother tries to hug me. I accept it but keep the embrace brief. That was a beautiful speech, she says. Thank you. Are you ever going to forgive us? My father asks quietly. I already have forgiven you. But forgiveness doesn't mean erasing boundaries. You're welcome in my life, but not in my company. That's the line. They nod, finally understanding. 6 months after that, I buy the auto repair shop. Mr. Dowry was planning to retire anyway, and I want to preserve the place that sheltered me when I had nothing. But I don't turn it into more office space. I transform it into the starting room and incubator for young entrepreneurs with no support system. Free office space. Free mentorship. Access to manufacturing contacts. Legal support. Everything I wish I'd had. The storage room where I slept on concrete becomes the origin room, preserved exactly as it was, a reminder of humble beginnings. At the ribbon-cutting ceremony, press and supporters gather. My team is there. Maya, Tommy, Serena, Mr. Dowry, everyone who helped me build this. My parents are there too, standing at the back, watching. I take the microphone. This building represents something important. I was once laughed at for trying. Told my dreams were worthless. Cut off and abandoned for refusing to quit. In this storage room I point behind me, I hit rock bottom. And from rock bottom, I built something real. The crowd applauds. Now I want to make sure no one else has to face their dreams completely alone. The starting room is for entrepreneurs who have more passion than support, more drive than resources, more belief than backing. Because the world needs your ideas, even if your family doesn't see it yet. More applause, louder now. To everyone who told me I'd fail, thank you. You taught me to build strength from doubt. To everyone who helped me, thank you. You taught me what real support looks like. And to anyone out there sitting in their own storage room right now, scared and alone but still building, don't quit. Your moment is coming. The crowd erupts in cheers. I cut the ribbon. The starting room officially opens. Cameras flash. People congratulate me. The local news films everything. My parents approach as the crowd disperses. This is really something, my father says. It is. We were wrong about you, my mother admits. Completely wrong. I know. We stand in awkward silence. Is there a way to rebuild our relationship, she asks. Maybe. Slowly. With honesty. Without expectations of business involvement. They nod, understanding the boundaries. We'd like to try, my father says. Then we'll try. But it starts with you accepting who I am, not who you wanted me to be. We can do that. As they leave, I return to the starting room where the first group of entrepreneurs, 5 young people with big dreams and no support, are moving into their free office spaces. I show them around, answer questions, offer encouragement. One kid, maybe 19, looks at the preserved storage room. You really lived here? For 6 months. And now you're this. He gestures at everything. Yeah. Now I'm this. And someday soon, you'll be whatever you're building toward. Keep going. That night, I sit alone in my actual office, the nice one with windows and proper furniture. And think about the journey. From family dinner mockery to lawsuit victory to incubator founder. My parents laughed when I said I'd start a business. They stopped laughing when it succeeded beyond anyone's expectations. Now they watch from the sidelines while I help others who were once like me, dreamers dismissed by the people who should have believed first. I don't need their approval anymore. I have something better, proof that I was right. And a whole generation of entrepreneurs I'm making sure never feel as alone as I once did. That's not revenge. That's legacy. What an incredible journey. Thanks for watching till the end. Please let us know in the comments where you tuned in from. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing global audience. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up if Ethan's story inspired you, share this with someone who's building a business against all odds, and hit that notification bell so you catch all our future stories. Remember, the people who laugh at your dreams today will ask you for jobs tomorrow. Keep building. Keep believing. Keep proving that you don't need anyone's permission to succeed. See you in the next one. The protagonist of this story is Ethan Vale.